Join me as I dive into the challenge of figuring out if I can really get out of my lease without facing any penalties. Have you ever found yourself stuck in a lease that's no longer working for you? Maybe you've got a new job opportunity in a different city, or perhaps you're dealing with a difficult landlord. Whatever the reason, breaking a lease can be a daunting task. I'm sure many of you have been in this situation before, wondering if it's even possible to get out of your lease without facing penalties or damaging your credit score. The uncertainty can be overwhelming, and it's natural to feel frustrated and stuck. The good news is that you're not alone. Millions of people have been in your shoes before, and with the right guidance, you can break your lease without facing dire consequences. One of the biggest fears people have when considering breaking their lease is the potential penalties that come with it. Will I have to pay a hefty fine? Will I ruin my credit score? These are all valid concerns, but the truth is, breaking a lease doesn't have to be the end of the world. In fact, there are many reasons why people choose to break their lease, and it's not always because they're reckless or irresponsible. Sometimes, circumstances change, and we're left with no choice but to make a difficult decision. I've seen people break their lease due to unforeseen circumstances like a job loss, a divorce, or a serious health issue. In these cases, it's not only understandable but also necessary to reevaluate their living situation. Another challenge people face when breaking their lease is the uncertainty of what comes next. Will I be able to find a new place to live? Will I have to pay a huge deposit? These are all valid concerns, but with the right approach, you can minimize the risks and come out on top. The unknowns of moving can be overwhelming, but it's essential to remember that you're not alone. Many people have navigated this process before, and with the right strategies, you can do the same. So, what are some of the key strategies for breaking your lease without facing dire consequences? Well, one critical step is to review your lease agreement carefully. Understand the terms and conditions, and look for any loopholes or clauses that might allow you to break your lease. Another essential step is to communicate with your landlord. Don't be afraid to approach them and explain your situation. You might be surprised at how willing they are to work with you to find a solution. It's also crucial to understand your state's laws and regulations regarding lease agreements. Knowing your rights as a tenant can give you the upper hand when negotiating with your landlord. I've worked with numerous clients who have successfully broken their lease without facing penalties. One client, in particular, was facing a difficult situation. She had just lost her job and couldn't afford to pay her rent anymore. With the right guidance, she was able to negotiate with her landlord and break her lease without facing any penalties. She was even able to get back some of her deposit. Stories like these are a testament to the fact that breaking a lease doesn't have to be the end of the world. With the right approach, you can navigate this challenging situation and come out on top. Another success story I'd like to share is about a couple who were facing a difficult situation. They had just gotten married and were looking to move into a bigger apartment. However, their current lease wouldn't allow them to sublet, and they were worried about facing penalties. With some careful planning and negotiation, they were able to break their lease and move into a new apartment that better suited their needs. They even got to keep their deposit. Stories like these are a testament to the fact that breaking a lease is not only possible but also manageable with the right approach. So, what are the main takeaways from today's video? Firstly, breaking a lease is not the end of the world. With the right strategies and legal insights, you can navigate this challenging situation and come out on top. Secondly, it's essential to review your lease agreement carefully and understand your state's laws and regulations regarding lease agreements. And finally, don't be afraid to communicate with your landlord and negotiate a solution that works for both parties. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found today's video informative and helpful. If you've got any questions or experiences you'd like to share, please leave them in the comments below.